Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today's topic is cytoplasm. In this video we will discuss about cytoplasm, cytosol, protoplasm, protoplast, and at the last we will discuss about the functions of cytoplasm. Before that, I am Zahid from my YouTube channel XYMedico. What is cytoplasm? Remember, cytoplasm is a region between the nuclear membrane and the cell membrane. Here we have a eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cell. This is the nucleus, this is the nuclear membrane, this is the cell wall, and inside of the cell wall this is cell membrane. So the area between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane will be called as cytoplasm. Similarly, prokaryotic cell also have cytoplasm. Now, what cytoplasm actually means? Cytoplasm means living gel of the cell. Although cytoplasm contain 90% water, but it is not like water. It is viscous and gel-like. It is the region between nuclear membrane and cell membrane. As you can see here, cytoplasm is present in the eukaryotic cell as well as prokaryotic cell. But there is some difference between the two. The key difference is the eukaryotic cell contain cytoskeleton and membrane bounded organelles, while these structures are absent in the prokaryotic cell. Here is an animation of the cytoplasm and all the organelles inside the cytoplasm. So you can see here the nucleus, the smooth endoplasm reticulum, the rough endoplasm reticulum, this is the centriole, and you can see here the ribosomes, the mitochondria, and many other things like cytoskeleton. So now we are going to discuss about protoplast and protoplasm. So here we have a nucleus, this is the cytoplasm, this is the cell membrane of the cell, and the outermost boundary in the plant cell is the cell wall. So if I remove the cell wall from the plant cell, the remaining structure will be called as protoplast. In a plant cell without cell wall is called protoplast. You can say that protoplast is equivalent to animal cell, as animal cell don't have cell wall. Similarly, if I remove the cell membrane, the remaining structure will be called as protoplasm, which consists of nucleus and cytoplasm. Now let's discuss the plant cell in detail. So here is a plant cell. We can divide the plant cell into two parts, protoplast and cell wall. Protoplast is further composed of protoplasm and cell membrane. You can say that protoplasm is a plant cell without cell membrane and cell wall. Now protoplasm that is further composed of two parts, cytoplasm and nucleus. Cytoplasm can be divided further into two parts, that is haloplasm and trophoplasm. Haloplasm is the part of cytoplasm which consists of water and salt, while trophoplasm consists of cell organelles and cell inclusions. Cell organelles are the little structures inside the cytoplasm. They perform a specific function. So we have three types of cell organelles. The one with no membrane called non-membranous organelles, the one with a single membrane called single membranous, and the other with double membrane called double membranous organelles. Cell inclusions: food vacuole, lipid droplets, pigment, and glycogen. These structures or particles inside the cytoplasm are called as cell inclusion. Now what is cytosol? Cytosol is equal to cytoplasm minus organelles. If we remove the organelles from the cytoplasm, so the remaining components of the cytoplasm will be called as cytosol. For example, it consists of water, salt, these food vacuole, cell inclusion, everything here, glycogen, everything in the cytoplasm except the cell organelles is called as cytosol. Now the content of cytoplasm. So we can divide the cytoplasm content into two parts, soluble part and insoluble part. Soluble part is called as cytosol. Cytosol is gel-like fluid which fill the cell, and it is mostly composed of water, about 90%, but it also contains salt, sugar, and proteins. On the other hand, cell organelles make the insoluble part of the cytoplasm. So it consists of many organelles like mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasm reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and lysosome. Do you know cytoplasm is just like a swimming pool in which the organelles are floating? Just focus on the cell. You can see here that the organelles are not fixed. They are moving inside the cytoplasm, and this cytoplasmic streaming movement is called cyclosis, and the structure that is responsible for this cyclosis is called as microfilament, and this cyclosis is responsible for the distribution of the cell content in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm again is composed of soluble part and insoluble part. Organelles make the insoluble part, while soluble part is further composed of true solution and colloidal solution. True solution is also called homogeneous mixture, while colloidal solution is called heterogeneous mixture. The colloidal solution is further of two types, sol and gel. The central part that is toward the nuclear membrane is called sol and it is non-viscous, while the part of the cytoplasm that is toward the plasma membrane or the cell membrane is gel. So we can say that gel is the peripheral part of the cell, या cytoplasm, and it is viscous. True solution: water, salt, sugar, amino acid, fatty acid, nucleotide, vitamins, and dissolved gases. All these form the true solution because they are soluble in the water and make homogeneous mixture. On the other hand, proteins and large molecules that are insoluble in the water make the colloidal solution, and these are heterogeneous mixture. Here we have a cell. You can see here that the part of the cytoplasm that is near to the cell membrane or nuclear membrane are more viscous and thick, called gel, and that is toward the nuclear membrane is called a sol. Now let's discuss about the functions of cytoplasm. What cytoplasm do? So the first function is the cellular metabolism. It provides a medium for the biological reactions. For example, translation. What is translation? You know, DNA is present in the nucleus where it is converted into RNA. That step is called transcription. The RNA then come out of the nucleus through the nuclear force and to the cytoplasm and converted into protein. So this step is called translation, in which RNA is converted into protein. The second reaction that occurs in the cytoplasm is glycolysis, in which glucose is converted into pyruvate. This is the first step involved in the aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and it occurs in the cytoplasm. Next is glycogenolysis. Glycogen and lysis. Glycogen means glycogen and lysis means splitting. Yani the conversion of glycogen into glucose. This step also occurs in the cytoplasm. Gluconeogenesis. It means the formation of glucose from non-carbohydrate like fats and proteins is called gluconeogenesis. So what's the key difference between glycogenolysis and gluconeogenesis? Because both are responsible for the formation of glucose. The key difference is that glycogen is a carbohydrate. So the conversion of a carbohydrate into glucose is called glycogenolysis. But if the glucose is formed from a non-carbohydrate source like lipid or protein, then we call it gluconeogenesis. Next is cytoplasm is a storehouse for vital enzyme and substrates. Also it gave a specific shape and structure to the cell because it is viscous and the peripheral part is more viscous as compared to the central, so it gave a shape and structure to the cell. Cytoplasm provide space and houses the cell organelles. That is, cell organelles are living in the cytoplasm. It stores nutrients, ions, and waste product. As you know that there is a lot of reactions that occur inside the cytoplasm. So for these reactions, different enzyme, substrates, and ions are required to perform these reactions, and as a result different wastes are produced as a result of these reactions, so it stores all these things. Next is intracellular transport. Intra means within, so the transport of substances within the cell is performed by the cytoplasm. The last important function is cyclosis. Cyclosis is the cytoplasmic streaming movement which is performed by the microfilament. This cyclosis is responsible for the distribution of content and nutrient inside the cytoplasm. So dear students, all was this about cytoplasm. We have already uploaded lecture on the cell wall and cell membrane. So the link of these videos will be given in the description. Please watch these videos and don't forget to subscribe.